Welcome to Lord Fussington's walkthrough of Hitman Absolution. I'm your walkthrough master, Lord Fussington, and today I will walk you through mission number 6, where we will achieve the rank of veteran with 311,850 points. Of course, this will be done on Purist difficulty, suit only, and we will get all of the evidence. This time around I haven't kept the cutscene in. There's a little bit of it because I can't skip it right away, but I figure people who are watching Purist walkthroughs have probably seen the cutscene, so it took me 5 missions to realize that because I am an idiot. This is one of the most difficult missions in the game, I think, anyway. Just the Orphanage Halls. And it's difficult, I think, even using a disguise. So, suit only, yeah, it's quite tricky. Because you don't even have a lot of even if you're using a disguise, you don't have a lot of, you'll waste the instinct really quickly. You still have to use cover and distract tactics. So, doing it suit only is, you just might as well. So this part is pretty simple. I mean, you just have to walk to the elevators. You can encounter 2 enemies if you're really shit, but generally I think most people know what needs to be done to avoid those enemies. Anyway, you'll see it in this. Also, there isn't a score in this section, I think. And there's the cross. Lovely. Okay, so there are 2 enemies, 2 henchmen that are coming up in the elevator. You just need to take a left and use the curtains as cover. If you can't walk through the curtains, well, I mean, I don't even think you can play Mario Party. Yeah, I don't know what. If you can't walk through the curtains, if you have trouble with this section, you should probably not play games. Or maybe Mario Party 1. I love that one. That one's a great one. Or Yoshi's Story. Or I think there's isn't there like a Barbie game on I wouldn't know that. I have no idea what that game is. Okay, so you set Victoria down, and then the elevator is going to I think they shut off the power essentially. So this happens. I don't think I skipped the... Yeah, you don't want to skip the scene here. Like, if you want all of the patrols to be similar to this video, don't skip this particular scene. However, if you're starting on this mission, then it's fine to skip it. But if you did Victoria's Ward first, then you don't want to skip this little part here, what just happened, right? But anyway. So our mission is to recover the fuses, which is a lot more complicated than one might think. So I've done all of the challenges, and this is Purist, so I get an additional bonus on my score. The 4 fuses, if you're playing at different difficulties, they'll be in different areas. I think like hard is different than expert. Expert is the same as Purist, if I remember correctly. So keep that in mind. So if you're practicing on hard in preparation for Purist, it's not a good idea. You want to practice on expert. Mind you, I don't know who would practice on hard for Purist. It just doesn't make any sense. Generally, you practice on expert for Purist. So he won't catch you here. We're getting. You don't have to go this route. I just sort of prefer it. It's just what I'm used to. Also, you can get a higher score than the one I'm going to get by hiding there's 3 security guards, including him who's still alive. 2 of them are already dead. He'll get shot afterwards. If you hide their bodies, you'll get, an additional I don't know how much, almost 900, I guess. So keep that in mind if you want to do it. I didn't do it here. I didn't think about it at the time. And it is slightly difficult, but entirely manageable. You have to do a different route than this one. Route or route? Oh, whatever. Okay. So there's another one of the bodies. Also, you can get a really high score if you use the syringe on everyone and hide their bodies, or as many as the bodies you can hide as possible. The syringe gives you a little bit extra, because it's a silent kill. So all this just to get the evidence. On expert I can usually do it with like one toss less, but I find on Purist it's easier to do all those throws. The first one's kind of mandatory. I panicked there, just a little bit. Okay, so grab the toy robot, and you might want to stay crouched, I don't know why. So this part's quite weird. Apparently these guys don't have very good peripherals, or peripheral vision. So when that guy's turned around on our right, that's when you sneak past. Okay, and you know, the awareness bar is going to be filling up rather quickly, so you have to move. Now, if you haven't made it, like, if this guy walks by, if this guy has already walked by, like before you got here, you're too slow for the next bit, because he's sort of in sync with. There's a sort of synchronization with the guy that patrols there, like what I'm looking at now, the doors, past the doors, or windows. That's that patrol. Well, there's two patrols, but there's a particular one. That guy. That guy is quite annoying. So after these guys have a little chat or whatever, like he'll move to the side. He has like 3 points where he stops. So he'll walk again, and when he walks again and stops, that's when you switch. And then he'll walk again. You've got to follow him and then quickly move to the right. And you should have enough time to get into the next room before the patrol in the hallway walks there. It's a small window of opportunity. So if the other guy had walked past already, that guard that we're going to be able to, the guard in this hallway to our right, or right there, he would already be there. So you've got to make sure everything's synchronized in the right way. I don't think that was too complicated. It might have been, because I'm ineloquent, essentially. So this fuse is probably the most annoying fuse to get, but it's also the simplest fuse to get. You just have to know. You just have to know exactly when to get out of cover. That's all it is. There's just like one particular point. Oh, there's probably a couple more, but you want to get the first one. So this guy leaves. Then you're gonna have one guy that's going to move to our right and stand in front of the cabinets to our right, and then another one will stand in front of the cabinets that we're taking cover. That we've taken cover on. Yes, that is grammatically incorrect. So there he is. That's the first guy. Now there's this guy. Now the guy in purple is gonna leave. When this guy leaves, the one in brown, or that really ugly gold, or whatever it is, that's when you move. So you gotta move and grab the fuse. Now, as soon as the objective completed, like all of the writing, as soon as you see restore power, basically, that's when you can start moving. If you move too fast in that like little between those two cabinets, the guy will not have moved yet and he'll spot you. So you want to make sure, just use the writing as like a, I don't know, as a reference point of when you should move forward. Okay, so here, pretty simple. You can actually just walk out, pretty much. Okay, so he's walking back now. You don't want to go too far towards the corner, because when the guy turns around, you can see his arm, I guess. When the guy turns around, he'll see you. or the awareness bar will actually go up a bit so you can see him from here. Okay, so now he started moving, so that's when you want to go towards this guy in purple. When a guy in purple turns around, you toss the item, and that'll distract not only the guard that we could see, but another guard in the same room as that guy, and they'll both be facing in that direction. That'll allow you to leave. So now, how many fuses we have? All 4. Right. Okay. So you want to be a bit careful here. Sometimes, for some reason, there's a guard. So just make sure you're looking. Like, there's that guard, yes, but sometimes for some reason he's not turned around. If the guards are all still here, actually, like still standing over the security guard, you can actually just sneak by them as well. But at the top of the stairs, just be aware that sometimes there's a guard facing the stairs. I don't know why, and it doesn't happen often. I've just noticed it sometimes, so it must be something off with timing or whatever. Okay, so you need this book just to distract this guy again. You know, there's items all around him. He just doesn't get it. It's not too clever. Now you see what I did. I looked on the side, and there's that guard behind the desk that's now facing me. So make sure you go to the right, just so that he doesn't catch you. That guard, whatever distraction that he hears, he will face in that direction for the rest of the mission. So you can actually throw, like in the room with the extinguisher, you can actually throw it in the corner, like an item in the corner, and he'll go there and just stand there forever. And that makes it much easier as well. That's actually one of the ways to get the bodies. Anyway. So this is central heating. Wade's gonna take Victoria. Alright, central heating, very simple. There's only like one little section that is problematic, or that I get caught sometimes. Everywhere else it's generally quite fine. So when these two stop talking, you want to make sure when this guy passes, you want your back against this sort of bed, right? But before you throw the item, make sure it's off the bed, just so that you can get the knife that's across from 47 a little bit quicker. And you'll see why in a second. So you grab the knife. Notice I threw the bottle without my back against the bed, and then you pass this guy. That guy he only stares there at that sort of broken bottle for a very short period of time. So if you don't, if your back's against it, that gives you less time to actually sneak by him. I think he'll turn around as you're sneaking by. He won't catch you, but it'll be close. So that's just a, safer essentially. Okay, so this part's getting the evidence, which isn't too tough. You just have to be quick about it. So there's plenty of things to use as a distraction because this game is wildly convenient. Wildly? What the hell's wrong with me? Okay, so you throw this when he turns around, of course. You don't want to throw it when he's facing you because then he'll catch you. And that's obviously not something that we want. That would be sort of counterproductive to the whole stealth. I don't know why I'm still talking about this. So you grab the evidence, really simple. This other guy will come back. Make sure your back's to this wall, and kind of be as far away from where that guy is, the guy just passed, as possible, right? Without being caught by the other guys. He won't. Obviously, he doesn't see you. You just saw what happened. He didn't see me. So now, here's a little bit. This is a bit of a funny point. Sometimes, and by funny I mean it's not hilarious at all. It's just something that sometimes happens. The guy over there, so he passes. Sometimes he catches me. So you want to wait until he passes just to be on the safe side. Unless you like living on the edge and all that, then take the risk. It's crazy and stuff. Now all the way over there, you can see There's a guard. So he has three positions essentially. One that's there, and then he's got two others that sort of he walks away. So when this guy's not looking, that's when you want to pass. You can actually pass, I think, anyways, but I prefer when he's turned around. So that is where I often get caught, because on one of the positions he ends up walking forward just slightly. So you want to be really quick and make sure that you can. I don't know why I'm staying here. I can easily go down. Okay. So you just want to, just be aware that that might happen. So you have to make sure that you can go onto the right side, closest to the fence, as quickly as possible, the railing, just so that he doesn't catch you, or be able to back up, that sort of thing. So here I'm trying to. I just have to press on the joystick, but obviously that's really difficult for me. There we go. Brilliant. So when this guy walks towards you and then turns around, that means you just have to wait until the guy at the top, right, walks away. So now it's a good time to go. Although you can just use the pipes as cover anyways and do it that way, but again, this is a safe. Okay, Wade. 2 ways to kill him. 1, point shooting. 2, accident. The accident will net you more points. You can't hide the body, and frankly, I have no way of I can't fiber wire him. So the accident is the best. It's not silent, so you don't get that bonus, and you can't hide the body, so there's no bonus there. As far as I know, this is the only way to get the most out of killing Wade. The point shooting doesn't really give you anything other than you've killed Wade, kind of thing. Maybe a headshot, but that's not enough. That's nothing in comparison to a signature kill. So, shut off the. What did I just do? I think I put the. I don't know. I turned a valve, and then you turn this valve as well, and. Oh yeah, I put the smoke. There was smoke, wasn't it? And that's the fire thing, and then he burns. And make sure you grab. Oh, human shield. Why didn't I try that? And you can grab his gun as well. And that's it. Like as soon as he dies, you've got to. It's over. Well, as soon as he dies, as soon as he falls to the ground and rolls a bit, and then it's over. Then it's a cutscene. Okay, so what's his name Lenny takes Victoria, so Lenny's next to die. And that's it. That's the high score and everything. So difficult but manageable. Honestly, trying to figure it out, it took so many tries, it took hours and hours. So this is one of those really difficult missions that even if you know how to do it, you'll still make mistakes. But this is a good sort of guideline to this mission. So the next mission is mission number 7 and 8 actually. Can't remember what they're called. Welcome to Hope and Birdie's Gift. So I've been Lord Fussington. Thank you very much for watching. Kindly rate, comment, and subscribe.